Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears and McLean Stadium. Boats lining the Brazos as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bears will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Horned Frogs offense is on the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Horned Frogs are marching down the field. Got his man quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, TCU! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Baylor's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, it is a a nice comeback route. Most important part of a comeback route, dude, I got to sell you vertical like I'm running a go, and then I sit down and I come back to the football catch. A nice route by the wide receiver.
The RPO fired complete to the left. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now on second down after the good first down run. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They get him down after he makes the catch. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
A third and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Throwing right. It's caught. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Bears! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Trying to find his man on first down. With the catch, it's Rodgers. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
This time he's got it. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 14, Baylor 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. It's a draw. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Quick strike complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Caught behind the line. It's Reese. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Bears will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Horned Frogs are on the move. Quarterback checking off. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime. Taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Powers forward. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Takes it on the return.
The returner brings it out to the 32. And the TCU offense will take over.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense...
And the ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Looking for a crease. It's Richardson. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 14 to Ole Miss. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got it. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He got it. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw it. Immediately fires to the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to take a shot. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. That is no good. Opportunity to crawl within a touchdown, but the missed field goal leaves us with a 9-point game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Cameron. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down. And the Bears are in the hurry up. He's looking for an open man on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Presley. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. On target. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. We got to start playing some better defense. And number 3 is coming soon.
About to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just a short pass to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback.
He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's defense.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. The Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over Georgia Southern. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got it behind the line. It's Hawkins. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. And the short completion brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
To the air, it's Robertson. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Able to squeeze out a couple. It's down at the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. Finds the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The run from the shotgun. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the score... but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They go to the counter. pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter and backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
No good. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, Dave, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Going up top on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. To the air, it's Robertson. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Finds his man. It's Williams.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Fires to the big fella. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side.
And that's a big play for the defense. Playing at home, you're trailing. You need to create takeaways. You got to get the ball back. Nice job breaking on that one and knocking it away.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Richardson. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands. They're going to throw it again. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that. It'll be 2nd down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. Could have stretched the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Makes the grab. Running toward the tape. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
It's 2nd down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back. Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. The official says no good. And guys, they missed a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2.
And you got to wonder about the confidence in this kid. It's been up and down, 1 for 4 now in this game kicking after that miss.
Getting some heat. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm... Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So TCU's offense will get the first swing of the game. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Using the quick game. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. So Oklahoma State's offense will take the field for the first time. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. The running back and a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
Gets it out quickly.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. With the run on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll go to the air. fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Cook. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks, it's Williams. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Makes the grab outside, it's Cook. Well, he did a good job to get the foot down inbounds, but only picked up a yard and not enough for a first down.
Yeah, they need to work with more space, Reese. I mean, it's not worth throwing the football all that way to the boundary just to toe tap and get 1 yard. You got to do a better job trying to get these playmakers the football closer to the middle of the field.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. It's complete to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it down the right side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the tailback. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground with the counter. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 3, hauls it in and takes it in for the score.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by just 4 to Navy. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. There's a live football. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Running the red zone. It's Cook. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with his back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Looking for a gap. It's Gordon. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, they're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
To the air, it's Bowman. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
Well, it wasn't the most accurate throw, but an incredible effort by the receiver to pluck it out of the air, get a foot down in bounds right on the sideline. He didn't get the first, but he's now given them an opportunity to convert this 4th down.
He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
They try to pop a run on the draw. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field.
And he's got it! Touchdown, TCU!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove.
Picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Back to throw, it's Bowman. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the grab on the left. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Cowboys look to keep this drive humming.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Cowboys moving quickly to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Gordon. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll go right back to him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To throw, it's Bowman. Makes the grab over the middle. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Let's it go to the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Cowboys! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his man. It's Williams. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Man, as a quarterback, those are the opportunities you dream about in games, right? When it's second and inches, you know the defense thinks it's going to be a run play, so that's your opportunity to hit a home run ball against tight coverage they just couldn't come up with.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds a man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive results.
Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. That is no good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Wants to throw. It's Bowman. Working that left side now. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be the defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw, it's Bowman. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put...
Got a lot of running room. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5.
Oklahoma State.
From the gun, looking for a man. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Got a man, it's Williams. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a couple of inches to go. If they move the sticks here, they've probably moved the game into the win column. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks awful. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 14 to San Jose State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
That is one when they watch film next week that receiver is going to wish he had back. That quarterback had all day to throw the football. That was basically 7-on-7. There was no one near the QB. Receiver's got to make the catch.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Bowman. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
It's second down.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. It's caught downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snags it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Cowboys in the hurry-up. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
I like it. Take the shot, throw it to the end zone, try to make a play, give your receiver a chance to make it. You got to make plays. You're trailing late in the 4th quarter, and you need touchdowns. You got to come up with something big, and this offense just wasn't able to do it. Now, defense is going to have to go pull out some miracles, maybe an onside kick. Something great's going to have to happen to get back in this ball game.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis. Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Arizona's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the... Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Pocket starts to collapse. And the incomplete pass. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll give it to the back. Jukes his way for more. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Right back to the well. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He'll take a deep shot here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Number 10.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Quarterback will audible. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Arizona. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was unloads it downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Williams.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Dumps it to the back. Caught on the outside. It's Conley. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Conley. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Looking to pass. It's Fafita. He's right on target. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Caught close to the marker. It's Riley. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got his man in the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Oh, Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the Jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. Fair catch called for and made. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him onto the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to run for it. And the Horned Frogs pick up the first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Using his legs to buy some time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. He's looking to throw it. Lets it go. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Quick strike complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Got a man. It's Richardson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Indiana. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Arizona going back to work with another 1st down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got...
Afterburners coming. The tag! Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Wildcats! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21 to 14.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Quickly complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Handoff from the gun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense do committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They go right back to him. Discards a man. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get the first through the air. Coming after him. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. The sure hands, it's Williams. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And there is no question they should just keep letting this guy throw the ball. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. They've only run 5 offensive plays, and he's already got him down here by the goal line. Let him keep chucking.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touch. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Dropping back, it's Fafita. Going over the top. He's got it all right. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Arizona! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
He's back to throw on second down. He's got it up to 25. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, TCU! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Setting up for the PAT, and when he gets this late, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Carolina is ruling the roost right now. What an offensive showcase today. They can't be stopped. They're up by 35 over the Pandas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in a game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And even though his team is trailing, this guy has stepped up time and time again for his offense, already over 100 yards, and now comes up with a massive play in a 2-minute situation.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. Rides to the back. And the Horned Frogs pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Back to pass, it's Hoover. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
All knotted up and just a little bit of time left in regulation. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. They're trying to get to him. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. And the Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. On the ground, it's Cook. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
1st and 10.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. It It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bearcats. And they've been playing football here since 1902, and the fans are ready to see their team take the field. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Cincinnati's offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
On the run, it's Kiner. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Glass half full, glass half empty, guys. Obviously great, they got a completion. You prefer that over incompletions or interceptions. But glass half empty. I mean, they made that third down a bit more manageable, but not by much.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. To the air, it's Sorsby. Makes his connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. Boots his first of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much they'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Finds his tight end. Tackled, but he has a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
In situations like this, it's nighttime, it's so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes. And for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
chase. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got the tight end. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 2nd down coming up. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
This sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field. The offense set for a 1st down play. To the air. It's Sorsby. Fires to the big fella. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. After the 1st down completion, it's 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run game coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Turns it on in midfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The pull and throw off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking a quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He spins that thing down the middle. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, TCU!
Number 7.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, falls right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
That makes the score.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
0.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession.